Welcome Professor Mauro Bertagnin, former Dean of the Faculty of Architecture, University of Udine, and the lead scientist in this laboratory, integrated laboratory of sustainable architecture. And this year the focus was on the Africa, and specifically on the Nile Basin. So please would you tell us about this laboratory which started this year and went on for 1 year, and whom were the people who were engaged and what did they do in this laboratory, please?
Yes, Mohamed. The main goal of this multidisciplinary workshop of sustainable architecture was to focus on Nile Basin, which is one of the largest basin in the world. So, according to the title of the course, which is Sustainable Architecture, we focus on the large vision for the 2030 Nile Basin situation. And I asked a different group of students to work deeply on this subject. What is the main goal? Is to understand which will be the impact of the enormous growth of population, which will impact on the sustainability of the future. The population growth will in fact affect the development of the future of the continent, and as well as all the problems related to the settlement growth and the sustainability of this kind of settlement. In fact, here you see the first is population growth and urbanization, the metropolis expansion in Africa. So we focused for 6 months on this subject for assessing how the population growth corresponds to an increased tumultuous urbanization in major African cities, and which will be the result according to the different choice that the opinion leader, the politician, will take in the future. According to that sustainable or not sustainable choice, we will have in the future a different impact on the nature. This was the main topics. Nile Basin and its sustainable development is very important. We stressed the importance of a vision on that. And we produce it at the end, thanks also to you, Mohamed, that know deeply certain area of this basin, the impact of the future population growth of the metropolis, and the choice that such kind of choice will have in the future of the continent. Here you see listed the different topics that are totally related in a strict way, in the largest way, to the first is obviously the main target is Nile Basin, the future of sustainable development along the Great River. The second is the emergency shelter in the South Sudan. Not only because you come from South Sudan and you are interested in that, but because this is one of the related problems to the Nile Basin, because due to the flood of the river, we have now also an emergency problem of emergency, both humanitarian and related to the war. They are still affecting this area. The maintenance and upgrading of the primary school in a region of Ethiopia. Ethiopia belongs to the Nile Basin, and we focus on a problem related to how to improve the education in this area, working in a very weak area where all the schools are in the rural context and very, very poor. So we try to improve in this central region of Ethiopia the existing schools. The sustainable tourism is also another topic that we can help sustainable development of the future, because now Africa, like other continents, are affected now mass tourism. And if you are able to develop an approach dealing with the sustainability, starting from small proposal that also help the development, the rural development, then we will be able to make correct choice in terms of sustainability. So here, for instance, we focus on a small project, a sustainable tourism along the network Capucine mission in Ethiopia. The Capucine are the first European arriving there since the 18th century. So they have now a net related to the small village. So improving an offer related, we can impact with the help of communities. That's an idea we developed. Another is a cheap house for elderly with a disability also in Ethiopia. That can be a problem, is a problem. So I asked students to make a project for a small house for an old man that was helped by an humanitarian project, in order to donate to him a small house that is that can be used by him in an appropriate way. Another interesting is how to evaluate, put in value an heritage. For instance, just we demonstrate with that with a small exhibition designed by students, how we can put in value a small heritage. In this case, there are wooden pillows that belong to the tradition of the Ethiopian population. And from the other side, from one side, we have the big problem of water, flood. And the other side, nearby, we have the desert. So at the same time, I asked a group of students, a team of students working on the Tuareg settlement culture, which is the other side of the moon of the sustainability. How a very humid area became a desert, like was previously the Sahara Desert. And the other is some houses that's totally out from the topic, but teach something to the students, because it's curtain houses in a village of Argentina, because one of the mainstream of the project we developed during the course was the earth and architecture according to the WIP project, the World Heritage Earth and Architecture project that I lead scientifically since 2007 for UNESCO.
Thank you, Professor. And who were the people who were engaged in this project?
All the students. All the students. There are 80 students that were working. 80 students.
Okay.
They were working divided in groups, and then we able to produce all the material we can see now.
Okay. So thank you, Prof. Let us see the different sub-projects which we have addressed during this year. Thank you.